Hello, my name is Bismarck Pinto, and in this 5 minutes presentation, I'm going to show you if suicide rates are decreasing globally and why. This project was a completion of an assignment of the Data 620 course at the University of Maryland University College of spring semester 2019. Bottom line of this analysis is that I would expect suicide rates to be decreasing globally regardless of the age, sex, region, and GDP per capita, as there are increased awareness of suicide issues in recent years. The time series dataset was compiled and pulled from four other datasets linked by time and place, and was built to find signals correlated to increased suicide rates among different cohorts globally across the socio-economic spectrum. It spans a time period of 31 years from 1985 to 2016. However, 2015 and 2016 dataset were removed because few countries had no or missing data. Africa was also removed due to the same reason. The Human Development Index was removed due to more than half of the data missing. Region was added to the dataset using the country code package. In figure 1 of the first slide, the time series graph shows that suicide rates are decreasing globally, showing a clear linear trend over time after peaking the highest in 1995 at 14,660. However, between 1994 and 2011, the number of suicides per 100,000 population was well above the average of 11,248 in this region here. A forecast was added which predicts that the global suicide per 100,000 population will continue to decline for the next 4 years. In the next time series chart in figure 7, suicide trend over time by continent, this slide shows that the number of suicide per 100,000 population is globally declining after increasing between the years 1985 and 1995. And this is evidence across all the regions except for the group down here, this group down here, which includes North America, Oceania, and Middle East, which remains stable, with Europe topping the highest or recording the highest suicides over the period. A forecast was added which predicts that Europe will continue to decline in the next 4 years in the number of suicide rates, while North America will record a slightly increase in the number of suicide over the next 4 years. However, the rest of the regions will remain quite stable. The bottom graph also shows that the males commit the most average suicide compared to the females across all regions, with still Europe topping the highest of males committing the highest suicides. In the next slide, on average, it is observed that suicide rate increases with age, as seen in figure 2. This remains true when controlling for continents in the Americas, Asia, Europe, Latin America, but not for Middle East and Oceania. Europe seems to be ignoring most of their seniors because they top the list of seniors committing the most suicide in figure 2 with an average rate of 33.42. Suicide among senior citizens is highest across each region as observed in figure 2, especially in Europe. Now, in the bottom chart, we observe that the males recorded the highest suicide per 100,000 population in each group, in each age group, especially the seniors. Anyway, in the time series graph on my right, we observe the same trend as observed in our previous slide, where in this case, suicide increased before 1995 and then declined after across all age groups except for the youngest group, which seemed to be slightly increasing. A forecast predicts a continuous decline of suicide among all age groups for the next 5 years. except for the youngest, which shows a possible slight increase in the next 5 years, meaning that the young age group needs some attention as much as the seniors. In the final slide here, we observe that the GDP is decreasing, suicides are decreasing as the GDP per capita is also rising. But that does not mean they are correlated, as is debunked by the bottom graph below. Only the medium high GDP per capita countries, the suicide rates rises as the GDP rises. Other groups are fairly stable. In conclusion, suicide is generally declining globally across region, age, gender, and GDP, which is good. However, there is an overrepresentation of men in suicide deaths at all levels of the analysis. Globally, at a continent and age, the male rate is 3.5 times higher. Also, Europe seems to be doing pretty bad in suicide ratings, especially among the senior citizens and the gender. Therefore, more programs and awareness must be created to help prevent suicide in these regions. Thank you for watching, and until then, I'm out. Thank you. Bye bye.